Good morning, everybody. Here, Tiny Monarch Homestead, back from Homesteaders of America in Virginia, from Royal. We had a great time. Got to do a lot of in-person meets and listen to a lot of great information. I encourage you to do it at least once. This was our first time, so we kind of made it into a vacation. We had a really great pet sitter. Thank you, Shane. He did a great job. And we are back to what we were supposed to be doing, doing the homestead thing. So we came back to leaves on the ground. The trees were a little barer, and there are some projects that I left because I just wanted to not do for a while before we left. So we also came home to, I had just before we left taken all of the peppers off of these plants, and they're all another new crop. I had cut back my purple basil. It's starting to sprout again too, and the regular basil and the parsley went absolutely ballistic. So I have got to preserve some lemon balm and some oregano before we have any more cold snaps and the bugs get a hold of all of this, so we can preserve it. I'm telling you what, these peppers right here, these guys, which are Phileas Blue, sounds like something from Harry Potter. They's hot. They are hot as purple, but then I guess they mild up when they get to be a different color. And then I have the oriental ones, which are kind of mixed in, because I'm going to winter these out. That's why they're in pots, and put them in the barn, and hopefully they will make it till next year, and then we will plant them all over again. I don't know if you can see, you probably can. Can you see that right there? That is a mulberry bush. Any advice I can get on pruning that, because I put it in 2 years ago along with my elderberry out by the fence, and I don't know how to prune it, and I don't know how far to go. I don't know how. There's mixed messages about that. The load of mulch that we scored from a gentleman that delivers. This is how much we have left for the pig pen. And of course, when we came home, we had to do a lot of clean up there to cover up the poo and keep things from smelling. And it didn't smell. We weren't inundated with flies. The only problem we have is gnats. Gnats. I don't even keep fruit out. But yeah, so they're doing good. Still the same old stuff. Whitefoot over there, he has lost some weight, so that's good. And we have them rationed, but we added some corn, just a little bit of a bonus to keep them busy and out of trouble while we were gone and through the rest of the time. We're looking for a source for like spent pumpkins or apples or whatever we can get our hands on to give these guys, because this guy right here, Blackfoot, he is the pickiest thing ever, and you can see the difference in the way he's built even. And that bowl of feed right there, he's been eating on it, but I haven't added to it. I have given him a pumpkin, I've given him corn, and I've given him acorns. I went acorn hunting. They're dropping everywhere. So, there you go. I did change out their water. I checked that because I know that if they don't have clean water, that they won't eat. So there was some yuck in there, which we've never had before, but it must have gotten into some really high temperatures. And in the past, when we ran them in the woods before we brought them up here, the barrels were always in the shade. So I think that's what it is. It's in full sun, and it's picking up some residue. So cleaned that all out, put it in there. I'm not filling it to totally the top, so I can keep an eye on it until we can figure out a shade cloth. For that, it's kind of an awkward position, but they're sharing it because we don't want Whitefoot to get even more obese. So that's the plan for that. And so, yeah, I filled that up again. So he should be a happy boy. You're a happy boy. You're a happy boy. Say hi. He's a sweetie boy. He's a sweetie boy, aren't you? Yeah. The only reason we call him Whitefoot and Blackfoot is because Whitefoot has Whitefoot and Blackfoot has Blackfoot, and they used to be the same size. We don't really even need Whitefoot and Blackfoot anymore because of the size difference. Hey, cutie pie. Say hey. Eat your food. Live for corn. Till my garden. This was my garden space. This whole thing. So they're seems to be pretty happy, you know. November is the last bad day, first and last, and we still have our chickens. So we kind of pared down. So we have our couple of Rhode Island Reds. Yes, they're old, but they're so sweet, and they're not causing any problems, I don't think. And then the black Australops are still trying to get their feathers back in. I think they molted again while we were gone because we're having lousy egg production. And I refuse to go buy eggs. So I'm just waiting for them to build up. I'm getting like 4 a day, which is really lousy for 15 birds. But, you know, we're just going to hang out for that. So I spent the morning taking down a divider fence that ran from up top to the duck barn. And I'll be pulling all those stakes up. And then I will be going back here to the back because we do like letting the chickens free range for as long as they can until winter comes and there's nothing left to forage for. So I'm going to be taking this fencing and running it down along where we had the pig run. This was the last section we did for a pig run. So there's some really good fencing in the back. And we're going to leave that, and then we're going to flip all of this around and add what we need to from those 2 rolls down to the corner. Obviously take all these, whatever they're called, those yellow things. Take those off and take out this divider that we had here with these stakes and put those back in our supply. And then that's going to be it. As you can see, this was all forest, and we were trying to thin it out. And it just got to be too much. And Carrie's shoulder surgery, it's just too much. These are really big trees, and we're not really in a situation where we want to pay to have this land forest. You know, we don't want them to come in and just totally devastate everything. But it was just too much of a job for us to do responsibly, the way it should be done, without taking everything out. And obviously we hit the barn once, so, and we did have a tree come out and take care of the ones that were close to our buildings that weren't taken out when we prepped. So there are a lot of fallen trees back here that need to be cut down and either drop down into the forest floor to, you know, build this back up, or we might use some of it for firewood. So yeah, that's what's going on in the homestead, and we're just going to chip away at it through the winter. Winter's kind of a quiet time. We don't have any orders for meat birds. We're just kind of in a place of possible redirection, maybe. I'll let you know more about that as time goes by. But we've got some plans, so we'll see how they work out. But Carrie's starting a new job closer to home, which is great. Doing what he does. It won't be quite so physical. He can be physical here instead. But yeah, so we had a great time at Homesteaders America. Thank you to everybody that we met and saw there. We didn't do any videoing because my note's the only thing I can video on right now. So yeah, but I'm going to publish. Just like you said, Justin, just publish. So if you like this video, like it. If you think someone else would benefit, share it. And join our channel for more updates. We love y'all. God bless you. And keep on being a permaculture chicken ninja. Yeah. See ya.